Sister Johanna was a remarkable person, a very distinguished art historian, an interpreter of art and artists to a broader audience, someone who was very strong and able to speak her views with honesty, but always tinged with compassion. She understood how artists think, and I think she had enough experience working with the challenges of the artistic temperament that she really could be a very effective interpreter.
What a wonderful woman Sister Johanna was. I really still miss her very, very much. I don't know if the committee could have done the work at the high level that it did without her input on it. She had a way of seeing a deep spiritual theological argument and see it in images. I think, like there are some people who hear sound and see colors. I think she could do that with theology. She really would come up with the most amazing images after hearing the theological exegesis. And so her work really was pivotal in our discussion.
She brought with her that Asian perspective of minimalism that we sometimes see with the flower arrangements and all that, and some of the calligraphy, Chinese calligraphy, and some of the meanings behind it. So she brought that sensitivity to detail and kind of the subtlety that Asian art has with it, and that was her major contribution. When things reached, you didn't know what to say, and what's the final word on how can we put this that would make a lot of sense, there'd be complete silence and everyone would look at Sister Johanna, who had a very soft way, but strong way of making her point known and always accurate.
When I first met Sister Johanna Becker, it was at a meeting where I was attending. It was my first meeting, actually. I was attending to observe and find out how the process goes with the committee. I knew straight away, just from her stature and her presence in the room, that she was a confident woman, that she was articulate, and that she was going to be someone I wanted to get to know, and I wanted her to get to know me. I learned very quickly she was not only well-versed as an artist, she was very scripturally based, and she could explain scripture and theology in general in a very articulate and concise way. When she spoke, everybody at the table listened. When she made her point, brought her point across, it was succinct, it was on point, it was really not much to be debated, but she delivered it very compassionately. One of my favorite memories is when she was at St. Scholastica, the nursing facility, the assisted living facility in St. Cloud, when her care had gone to a higher need. Father Michael Patella and I delivered to her one of the volumes of the St. John's Bible that had been printed. And we went to her home, her new home, and had the nicest little conversation with her. And we were really keen on showing to her the image of wisdom woman, because for many of us on that committee, I think we'd all agree that she personified wisdom in the feminine, of course. And she seemed well pleased, not only for the volume, but for the visit as well.
There's this amazing story. We were going down to the Minneapolis Art Institute at the sort of formal opening of the St. John's Bible exhibit there. I was driving, and we had a van to hold about 5 of us, I think, were in the van. And I was driving, and it was pouring rain. And we started to drive from St. John's over to St. Ben's to pick up Johanna. And I said, watch. When Johanna comes out the door, the sun will break out, it won't rain. It's just who she is. It happened. We got over to St. Ben's, pulled in the parking lot by the monastery there. Stopped raining, sky got light, and she came out and got in a van. And I said something to her about it in the van, and she just sort of said, well, of course. So, I don't know what else to say. She was brilliant and witty, and, she was a powerful woman.